And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Forever Sports. And we are just waiting for the match ahead, or behind, before rather, between Argentina and USA to come to an end before we will officially kick off our watch along of South Africa versus Australia. So currently, Argentina and USA are locked in at 19 apiece. Now, there are no draws in the Sevens World Series. So this has to get a result, which is why we are slightly behind. So whilst the kick was supposed to be about 2 minutes ago, we are waiting for the match ahead before to come to an end. So bear with me, but it does give us a bit of time to sort of look ahead. Right, so we've got South Africa taking on Australia, the hosts. And a bit of rain, actually. Oh, it is quite slippery out there, so not the ideal weather over in Perth. Looks like a pretty small crowd that has remained for the first evening. And, yeah, to be fair, but it's just great. Oh, I'll tell you what, Argentina are 4-3, but I think there's a forward pass in the build-up, so it won't stand, so we don't have the final score. So we'll continue to play before we eventually get things underway. But, yeah, so the Blitzboks winning their first game. It wasn't easy against the USA. We had a terrific start, and then, I'll tell you what, actually. You might have actually held on to that. We had a terrific start. We had scored 2 tries within 2 minutes. We then, however, went behind and ended up scoring right after the final whistle, basically, to score. Ronald Brown, and I think it was about 10 seconds left on it. And so, yeah, it wasn't easy at all. Now, if you look at the Australian side, however, they lost to Argentina 31 points 26. So a big game over here. If USA were to do us a favor and beat Argentina, we were to beat Australia, then we'd be looking pretty good. We were the only side with 2 wins at the moment. So that would be the ideal result ahead of us. So we have to wait and see exactly what's going to go on here. In terms of the pools at the moment, so right now we are in Pool A, by the way, with Australia and Argentina. So right now, Argentina on 3 points, South Africa 3, Australia 1, USA 1. So if USA were to win here, they would go up to 4 points. Although I think they've scored a couple of tries. Yeah, so I think at least 4 points. If we were to beat Australia, we go up to 6 points. So that would be the ideal situation. And then, in theory, you know, a win against Argentina should be enough tomorrow. But well, that's a nice little move there from the USA as they continue to try and pick apart Argentina defense. But Australia, if they were to lose now in this game, that would then almost be out on day 1 in their home tournament, which would not be ideal for them. So they're going to come out hard at the Blitzboks. But I'll tell you what, it looks like USA are going to do the business here. He's running away with it. Has he got enough pace? Has he got enough pace? I think he has, you know, he has. That is phenomenal from Telapusi for the USA. They've gone over, and in extra time, USA have beaten Argentina. Massive, massive result that for the competition. And the bonus point. So while Argentina get a bonus point, they'll go up to 4 points. So a win from South Africa here, and we'll be up to the top of the log. Well, that's a big result. That's a really big result. In fact, that blows the pool right open. It does mean, however, you know, if we were to lose now tonight, a win tomorrow would probably be enough. So, yeah, in the end, this is a very good result for us. Keeps the pool wide open, gives us kind of a second shot, really, at trying to qualify. So, huge result this for the USA. We should have hopefully kick off then in the next 2 minutes. Still waiting on a confirmed side for this game over here. I'm trying to see if they've actually announced it and whether we know exactly who's playing. And over here, yeah, we do have it confirmed line. Right, so starting for the best box, it is Kuan Lokia, Donovan Don, Dale Human, David Brits, Zane Davis, Ricardo Duarte, and Impy Fisser. If that is correct, that is the exact same team that lined up against the USA this morning. Then off the bench, it is Ryan Oosthuizen, Sofia Sawyer Zappi, Shilton van Veek, Shelvin Davids, and Ronald Brown. We didn't actually see Sawyer Zappi in the game this morning. If we look at Australia starting, it is Henry Hutchinson, Ben Darling, Aden Ekanake, Jaden Blake, Michael Isley, Maurice Longbottom, and James Turner. Off the bench will be Matthew Gonzalez, Josh Turner, Hadley Tonga, Ben Dalton, and Hayden Sargent. Here we go. Zane Davis leading the team up for what, by the way, is his 50th tournament. Absolute stalwart of this Blitzbox side, and would love to cap off his 50th tournament with a tournament win. So Greasy Field, watch out for Maurice Longbottom. Very, very talented player, and he's definitely one a bit of a danger man to watch out for. 792 points. The leading scorer in this Australian side, 106 tries. Well, Henry Hutchinson has 120 tries in his 54 tournaments. So also a very big threat over there. So kick off in a couple of minutes' time here. This box, bit of a deep breath before starting, and important to start well, but then to actually capitalize. You know, in the first game this morning, we started very, very well. We went bang, bang, 2 quick tries, but unfortunately, they allowed USA to come right back into the game and were leading us at half time. And it was a try right towards the end, which by Ronald Brown, which eventually got us through. So let's hope that we don't quite leave it as late as that and try and put ourselves in charge nice and early and then build in that as well. Right, Maurice Longbottom with the ball in hand. Referee happy with that. Couple of lights going on and off, but we should have kickoff very shortly. The Blitzbox will be receiving kickoff and playing right to left in the first half. And Maurice Longbottom is weighing up his options. Looks like he's shaping to go down the left-hand side. He does go down the left-hand side. This is going to be a tricky, put it back. And very nice taken there from David Brits. So the Blitzbox do retain kickoff, which is the main thing. Shilton Veg looking for options. Decides to go down the left-hand side. Long pass out wide for Ricardo Duarte. And he's drawing one player in for Impey Fisser. Trying to get his hands to the tackle as Impey Fisser. Unable to do so just outside the 22. Schultz van Veek. Taking his time. Goes to Devil Human. And now a long pass out wide. Norkier with a bit of a fumble. Now he gets going. Kieran Norkier's got a very good try record for the Blitzbox. Still pretty early in his Blitzbox career. Now Devil Human. Left-hand side. Schultz van Veek. That's Duarte inside. Yeah, actually, like Tristan there. Zane Davis finding a bit of space goes towards the halfway line. Very nice work. Couldn't have continuity here on the left-hand side. A bit of a fumble there from Human. And it does go to Donovan Don. Donovan Don making a few meters. Almost shows the 10-meter line. Nice ball retentions from the Blitzbox. Human now deciding he wants to go on the left-hand side. Ball goes loose, but not forward. Impey Fisser decides to go the more direct route. Needs support. It does come in the form of Dave Brits. Gets the ball out now with Duarte. Tricky Ricky as he's known. Goes around the outside. Check the pace he's got. Trying to call him. But the man inside. And inside comes Norkier. Sells the dummy. Oh, here we go. Here we go. 3-on-1. Surely has to be a try over here. Drawing past. Human to the corner. Steps back inside. It's a good tackle. Ball still available though. Now on the right-hand side. Donovan Don. Obviously go himself. Slightly outside, but support does arrive. Impey Fisser goes. Dane Davis takes contact. And penalty for Blitzbox for not releasing. So penalty inside 22. Very nice start here from the Blitzbox. Good defense from Australia's Longbottom box out the instructions. But inside the 22 after going a minute while keeping possession. Important now to strike. Got to score. Cannot be sort of having that kind of possession and work your way all the way from our own 22 to Australia's 22 and not score a try. By the way, 37% of our tries come from set pieces, 22% from steals, 24% from a quick tap. This is where we score the majority of our tries with the back of a set piece here. So we're opting for the scrum with Ricardo Duarte with ball in hand. He'll have Devil Human on his probably right or left. In the scrum itself is Impey Fisser, Zane Davids, and Brits. You've got Donovan Don down the right-hand side there. You've got Devil Human right behind, and then you've got Kieran Norkier on the left-hand side. So options either way for Ricardo Duarte. He goes down the right-hand side. Look at the pace from Ricardo Duarte. Drawing pass, and over he goes. Just Donovan Don. Easy as you like. Blitzbox take the first score of the game, and very, very nicely worked. Solid start. Important to start well in this kind of game. You've got Australia who'll be up for it, and they'll be wanting to go out there and try and prove a bit of a point and try and give something for the home fans to celebrate. So important to try and score first and try and sort of assert your authority nice and early on the game when we have done exactly that. Right, looking to try and retain kickoff, and it's a good take that from Australia. So now Blitzbox turn to do a bit of defense. But we turn over the ball. Yeah, Donovan Don now. Got a good pace. A slip there from Zane Davids. Manages to pop it behind for Devil Human. Not the best. Look about it. Kick and chase could be on. Yeah, it is definitely on. Brilliant awareness. And the ball pops up brilliantly for Devil. Oh, no! He's butchered. He's absolutely butchered. That might be one of the worst things I've ever seen on the Sevens circuit. He was all and through, and then he just lost the ball. That's incredible. It was such a good kick chase as well. No pressure whatsoever. The ball sits up for him perfectly. And he puts it under the one arm. And then just completely loses control of it as he's going over the line. Oh my, that is dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe we are not at 12-0 up right now. That could, I mean, we lose this game. You look at that moment, you think, how? However, there could be almost turnover ball here from the scrum. No, penalty for Australia. That is such a big opportunity gone begging here from the blitz box. I can't actually explain to you how poor that was. Literally, perfect kick chase. Ball sits up directly for him. And he loses it forward. Under no pressure whatsoever. Just the slippery ball, really, that he couldn't hold on to. Absolutely bizarre from dear old human. So now less than 2 minutes on the clock, and Australia will have their first set piece, which would be a line out down, well, second set piece actually. Line out just by the 10-minute line. Interesting to see the blitz box do contest here. So good on turnover ball here, the blitz box. They don't contest the line out. So Australia building from deep. Trying to sell the dummy, but it's a good tackle there coming from Human. And over the ball, but penalised against is Donovan Don, quickly taken. Now long bottom, here's the danger man. Ball back inside, I think it's Hutchinson. Long pass out wide to the left-hand side. I think it could be Turner. Turner gets away from one, Turner's going to go over. You can't miss tackles like that in this circuit. And again, the fact that now this is going to be them level is absolutely horrendous. Should never be level now. I still cannot believe that Dearvald Human drop. That is the most bizarre moment I've ever seen in a sevens game. In any rugby game, really. Just like, I mean, it wasn't like he jumped or anything. He literally just had it on the arm and then just completely loses control of it. And then you slip one tackle. We've missed one tackle the entire game and they've scored. One of the most unforgiving games in the world is sevens. You cannot afford to miss tackles like that. Especially when you've got somebody as experienced as Turner who's going to punish you. 36 tries in his 18 tournaments. Averages 2 tries a tournament for the 26-year-old. And they'll once again have kickoff here. So long bottom looking on the left-hand side. You're going pretty quite deep, so this should be pretty straightforward for Human. He takes it well. Nokia, the left-hand side. At first, is Donovan Don. Now Brits. Goes to Ricardo Duarte. One step inside. Tricky Ricky. Long pass out wide on the bounce to Zane Davids. I think he'll go pretty straightforward. Yep. I mean, he almost breaks through to Zane Davids. Such a strong ball carrier is the captain. Quick ball here to the left-hand side now. Donovan Don. Skip pass right out wide to MP Fisser. He tries to go on the outside. Manages to do very well to stay in there. Donovan Don now. Scrum half. Sitting very deep here on the blitz box. Ricardo Duarte trying to get through. Fighting hard in the tackle is Duarte. Donovan Don eventually arriving. Dearvald Human reckons the switch is on here. Drifting around here. As Dearvald Human now goes inside of MP Fisser. The door closes on him though, but we get up towards the halfway line. Bit of a fractured Oz defense. That's a horrible pass from Donovan Don. If it was better, it could have been on. Duarte having to clean up here. A bit of a wraparound there coming from Nokia. He goes to the boot. He's then been tackled afterwards. Look, it's a bit of a late tackle if you ask me, but Maurice Longbottom cleans up very nicely. Then Evans goes flying past him. Ball over the top on the left-hand side. Blitzbox need to scramble here. We conceded before half-time and we were well down. And that should be half-time. Down at half-time once again. We'll have to do a second half comeback if we are to get a result here. I just cannot believe that that drop. Like, literally... had nothing on, bang, kicks him behind, brilliant chase, the ball sets him up for a perfect deal, Human runs onto it, and literally has the ball under one arm, I'll even demonstrate, ball's literally under one arm here, I don't know how much you can actually see here, and just basically loses it, like, that's literally what happened, under no pressure, nothing, the world champion's ball over there, try and smack the mosquito that's been biting me off flipping game. Yeah, no, shocking. Absolutely shocking. So, as a result, we trail by 2 where I think we should be ahead by... I mean, if we score that, there's every chance we don't even concede at all. to be perfectly honest. And then all of a sudden we're sitting at half time. It could be 12-0 up. Instead, we are 7-5 down. So not panicking just yet, but should never be in behind, put it that way. So incredibly frustrating. But the nice thing is you've got a pretty good impact bench. You've got Ronald Brown to come on, Sullivan Davids. So there's plenty of talent to come off that bench that Philip Sneyman can go look at. And I think we'll probably see, we saw in the first game, Sullivan Davids and Ronald Brown come on pretty early. In fact, they came on straight after half time. And it wouldn't surprise me to see a similar thing once again now. Sullivan Davids, basically the marquee player really in this side. And Ronald Brown, X Factor on X Factor. Great acceleration, nice little goose step, good set of skills as well. Maybe I think if we make it to the semis will be a good result. Yeah, I think if you don't look at the World Series table, we had an awful Dubai, then we won the second one. I think my biggest problem last season is not so much the fact that we didn't win enough tournaments, but I think we were going off too early. We didn't make enough cups, quarterfinals, semi-finals. We need to make sure that every sort of week we get into the semi-finals and gripping, like 14 points, 12 points even at a time. And I can't always get the full 20 for the likes, but if you can get, 18, 16 here and there, just stay in your fight the entire time. I think that is where we need to be just more consistent. We don't have to necessarily win more tournaments, but be far more consistent in between our wins. That's a nice little counter-back coming Ronald Brown, but unsuccessful. Australia inside their own half early in the second half, trying to run it out, and there's a bit of an overlap, but he tries to straighten. Oh, penalty there for offside against Zane Davids. Going for touch here is Maurice Longbottom. So as expected, Ronald Brown on, as is, I think, Sullivan Davids. I'm pretty sure I saw him. Haven't touched the ball yet. But yeah, there is Sullivan Davids. So we have made those two subs. It's not very straight there, does Maurice Longbottom, when he's anything in the line out. Anyway, it's a good line out there from Australia. Oh, he's lost his footing there, has, I think it's Nokia. And Turner's on the ball again, the try scorer. Now back to Maurice Longbottom. He sends a long pass out to the left-hand side. Zane Davids needs support here. Hutchinson now comes back inside, and Davids is made there to make it, well, both the Davids. Bit of a Davis sandwich. Inside of the Blitzbox territory now, Australia. Turner now in the midfield, going to the left. Ball back inside Ronald Brown as well to hold on. Donovan Don getting across. They go back down the left-hand side. Australia looking for that overlap. Back to James Turner. Not too much on yet for Australia. Hutchinson back. But keeping the ball alive is the main thing. And the more you keep the ball alive, the more you'll sort of carve out a few gaps. Now Sullivan Davids over on that ball. Not counter-attack, not all from the referee. I think there was a bit of hands in there, to be perfectly honest. Back down the left-hand side. A good patient defense from the blitz box. Now Maurice Longbottom. Back inside, and the man slips, as does Sir Ronald Brown. About to say he was asking for the knock-on, and then it does come. And now Ryan Oosthuizen is going to come onto the park, and I'd imagine it looks like it's going to be Schultz van Veek as well, I think. Matthew Dixon saying, we saw consistency help us win the series a couple of years back. If we get back to that, we should be a shoo-in. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. It's just, we can't go from winning a tournament to coming not making a quarterfinal and the likes. Make sure you're continuously in that top four. Get semi-finals, get finals. Even if you're not winning that final all the time, it's a series. It's also a much shorter series as well. So you have one really bad tournament and you can actually almost bomb out from the series. You're already 6 points behind despite having won one of the two series so far. So that shows you how kind of cutthroat the current format is. Right, penalty, free kick there. And now Ronald Brown, long pass out towards Donovan Don. And he goes straight through, or try to go straight through his Schultz van Veek. Just come on. I know it's taking a while to get that ball. And now Sullivan Davids wants to go himself. Sullivan Davids. It's a good tackle on him, but up towards the 10-meter line. Ryan Oosthuizen back down the left-hand side with Ronald Brown. Ronald Brown. So good on this with his feet is Ronald Brown, but that's a terrible pass. And Impey Fist is going to have to go back and clean up. Hutchison making the tackle. Oh, a bit of a slip there from Oosthuizen. Very wet underfoot show. We've seen a lot of the players slipping. Now, space on the right-hand side. Just someone used to straighten. Impey Fist puts his head down. That is Dave Britz. My man, have you ever heard of a friggin' pop pass? What is this flipping out my little chicken wing like bullet pass into Sullivan Davids' thigh? Oh, it's a terrible pass, thankfully. And Turner behind his own 22. Under a lot of pressure here is James Turner. And Australia in, deep inside their 22. It's good defense. And Sullivan Davids comes up quickly. Bit of a fumble. And a turnover ball here for David Britz. Will make a miss. He's managed to reach and score. We'll take that. We'll take that. Commentator said you don't want to lose the ball there. And he was right. And David Britz is the beneficiary for his 8th career try in the Sevens setup. Huge try in the grand scheme of the game, to be honest. Good defense. Yeah, it's a great reach there from David Britz, right at the tips of his fingers to get there. Does incredibly well. And unfortunately, the conversions once again, Fag stayed down. But a good try that. Right, Severe Suyazapi is on, I think, for Dave Britz. So as it stands, we've got 6 points. We'll be well clear of the rest with an 8-point points difference as well, which is quite useful. Means that we'd have to lose by more than 8. Oh, that's a great tackle coming from Sullivan. So I think it's Schultz van Veek who's come through. Brilliant pressure. And that's kind of what the Blitzbox is always known for. It's that that rush defense and the pressure defense. I mean, like this, for example. I mean, they're almost tackling Australia behind the line. And it's this kind of pressure, which is what has made that Blitzbox cards of old so good. And that's exactly what Philip Sneeman is trying to sort of reenact from the Powell days, is just that dogged defense where you just don't miss a tackle. And the pressure, immense on Australia. Diving tackle from Oosthuizen. Australia doing well, trying to get out the 22, but still a bit of not much space. And lost the ball forward, but a penalty for offside. That's frustrating. A bit too over-eager here. 1.5 minutes left. Not a lot of time for Australia to score, but it means that they do score, next to no time for us to try and head back. Well, they've missed touch. That's huge. Sullivan Davids tosses that ball back inside to Schultz van Veek. I think a bit of a kick and chase here could be on, to be honest. Yeah, there it is. There's the kick and chase. And Impey Fist is going to give chase, and he's put in a big shift as Impey Fist. He started the game, but he's there to make the tackle, and that's the main thing, is to play inside the Australia 22. Impey Fist are trying to with the counter ruck as well. Less than a minute on the clock. Now it's just about defense here from the blitz box. Something that they've been known for. Ball over the top. Yeah, surely, ref. Surely. Impey Fisser wins the penalty. That should be the game. Brilliant work that from Impey Fisser. Maybe saying, why do you think that Van Veek isn't starting? I like Dobb, but Van Veek is one of the best in the team. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, same as Sullivan Davids, I suppose, even Ronald Brown. I think we're almost kind of going on a bit of a bomb squad kind of approach at the moment, where I think maybe last season, we were guilty of losing it in the final moments and kind of the clutch moments. Now we're kind of going with a bit of a different approach, where we're kind of bringing on players who, against maybe a bit more of a tired or maybe a bit of a fractured defense, can really cause mayhem. So scrum here for the blitz box. There's 13 seconds left on the clock, so it's basically get the ball out and kick it up. I mean, maybe try go. I mean, I wouldn't mind a try right at the end to try and help that points difference, but I don't think we're going to. No, we're going to play. We are going to play. Schultz van Veek goes to Sullivan Davids. He says no. He takes one look and says no. This is too high risk. Puts it out, and the blitz box go 2 from 2 over in Perth Good work that from them. Sullivan Davis shakes the referee's hand. But the main thing is, we're through day one. We've got 6 points on the board. And we've beaten the hosts, who are all but out of the cup. We will now take Argentina tomorrow morning first thing. A win for that. And that will guarantee us top of the log, which will be a fantastic result for the Blitzboks. Looking much more like the Blitzboks of old. Good defense and winning the key moments. 2 from 2, 6 points on the board. They lead USA and Argentina, who've got 4 apiece. If Australia were to beat USA tomorrow, for example, that would guarantee us to go to the next round. Otherwise, even just a losing bonus point from Argentina should be enough for us. So, looking good. People, thank you very much. We'll see you guys all tomorrow morning and for another day of sevens. And apart from that, we've got a bit of a preview coming around a bit later about the Sharks Bulls games. Keep your eye out for that.